Hey everyone, I wanted to talk to you today about something that's near and dear to my heart, and that is love stories that have no place in the book. Love stories that don't make any sense due to the characters, in regards to the story and the plot moving along, or just the plot in general. These just stick out like a sore thumb, and it's simply because there is a male and there is a female, and therefore they must fall for each other. So I read a book a number of years back called Double Bluff. And this is a book by Michael Hawley, I believe, and this book takes place over a 24-hour period. And it's a major crime scene and then the investigation is one day, one 24-hour day, which is pretty cool. Like the idea that not everything is this big drawn out. Yeah, they found the clues and they made the I guess the proper protocol all within 24 hours, and just it kind of races through, and that was pretty interesting. But you have this main detective, and she is portrayed as this gritty, no nonsense, absolute professional. Her job is everything, and that, her profession is her life, and that is what she is giving everything up for. And she wakes up to the call about this crime. Well, she wakes up and she's kind of with she gets out of bed, and the guy that she's with and that she's seen is another cop. And so she gets out of bed and she goes to the crime scene, and all this takes place within 24 hours. Well, internal affairs is called in to investigate, and this guy, again, consummate professional, but he's divorced, he's alcoholic, you kind of feel bad for him, he's kind of a loser. He's called in to investigate, and they fall in love. Like, fall hard for each other. And I'm talking literally within 12 hours of meeting each other on this massive, just crazy crime. Like, this isn't just a break-in, this is something absolutely huge with possible corruption, scandal, conspiracy. And these are two consummate professionals that set up, just the top of the top. And she was literally getting out of bed with the guy that she was seeing in the police force, and within 12 hours she's now falling googly-eyed like a little schoolgirl for this dude she just met, who's helping her with this investigation. It made no sense. It made no sense as far as the characters go. They were set up as people who would not be doing this. Her especially, her profession was the top of everything. And then she's literally sleeping with another cop, and she's not presented to us as that type of person at all. It goes completely contrary to that. He's not presented as that type of person at all, so conflicts completely with their characters. And then story-wise, can you imagine 12 hours? I'm not talking about like, oh, they're kind of cute, because he's not. But just like, I'm falling for this person. I am falling in love with this person. That's eons faster than The Bachelor, where they fall in love within a few weeks. This is 12 hours they're falling for each other, and by the end of the book, the 24 hours, they are in love and professing their love to each other and end up together in 24 hours. Just absolutely insanity. So to contrast with that, I just finished listening to The Last Mile, a book by David Baldacci. It's book 2 in the Memory Man series, and it follows our protagonist, Amos Decker. He's a guy who has eidetic memory. He recalls everything perfectly, never has to try to remember something. He just does instantaneously. He has synesthesia, which is he sees colors and numbers that are associated with things. And in the first book, he teams up with this reporter named Jameson, and she gets him. She understands his quirks because he's completely antisocial. Everything that he does has no bearing on anybody else's feelings. He doesn't have any filters. He doesn't care what you think or feel. He just says what he's thinking and just tells it like it is. And she gets that, and she understands that, and they make a good team. Well, in the second book, they're trying to clear a guilty man's name from a crime, and this guy stops Amos Decker at one point and says, "So, you and Jameson," and I was listening to this, and when he said, "So you and Jameson," I was thinking, "Oh no, 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 no! Don't make this some sort of ridiculous love story that doesn't fit, because they work well as a partnership, as a pair, but just because he's a man and she's a woman, he can't forget his wife who was brutally murdered, and he's a complete loner. He wants nothing to do romantically with anything, and so I'm thinking through all this when I hear this guy say, "So, Jameson," and thank goodness, what Baldacci does is he says, "So, this Jameson, this woman, this your partner, she really is loyal to you, because I realize that you're kind of a jerk, that you're kind of an a-hole to people, and she clearly gets you and sticks with you, and she's got your back, and that's rare, and so that's a pretty awesome thing." And so I was just thinking, oh, thank goodness. I thought we were going to go into some ridiculous, stupid, makes no sense romance. And so you've got these books that handle it in two completely different ways. And I'm not against romance. I'm not against people falling in love in books, or people falling for each other in books at all. But it has to make sense with the characters. And I'm not even talking about romance. It doesn't have to just be a romance book. It can be any type of book. But these characters, you got to earn it. You got to earn the love story. You can't just say, well, he's there and she's there, so they're together. Boom, did my work. You got to earn it. So that's my take on love stories being forced into books where they don't belong. Just don't do it. Either create the characters who are going to fall in love with each other, or just leave it out of the story. Doesn't hurt anything. So I'd love to hear if you have any stories where the characters just fell for each other and it didn't make any sense, and it was just shoved in your face and had no bearing on the story whatsoever. If you like the video, go ahead and like it, subscribe to the channel. There's more videos like this that you can check out. Until next time, my name is Mark Taylor, and as always, keep reading, and you're more valuable than you could possibly imagine.